This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him.
These are only the two examples that we have on video, 11 days apart. How much you want to bet he was out there every day? Or almost every day. How much you want to bet that these officers knew him by name? How much you want to bet that these officers saw that gun, saw this guy escalating, know that that's the one who broke the taillight, that's the one who will attack your car. By the way, he's got a gun on him. He's always carrying a gun and he's very aggressive. Just keep an eye on him. It took us a while to make sure we checked this out, confirmed it. It's real. You guys have been following this, right? Alex Pretti. I have a couple of questions for you, and then I want to go... I want to find the through line. Also, by the way, our friend Andrew Wilson was on Joe Rogan yesterday. Great job. Go show him some love. And they discussed this, actually. They discussed this incident in Minnesota. So you know what you were shown, and we went through that. Hey, if you take something and rewind it a little bit, does it provide more context? And then rewind it, does it provide more context? We saw that with Renee Good. And then we saw that with Alex Pretti. Well, now rewind it by a much longer period of time. And let's see if you notice a pattern and if your Hollywood brethren notice it too. Now, here's just a hint. If it's something that is so blatantly obvious, everyone can see crimes being committed, but the narrative stays the same anyway from the left, that means it was a premeditated narrative and they have to stick to it. They can't pivot. That means they always knew it was a lie. Here is the latest video of Alex Pretti and his interactions with the officers, the peace-loving nurse that we all know him to be.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis.
He looked scared of ice.
We arrived around 10:15 a.m.
It's just there to protect.
We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles.
Okay.
When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
And unfortunately let him go.
Right.
That's not resisting arrest. Watch this. That's fighting a cop. That's fighting an officer.
During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd.
He does all that and then is yelling,
They
"Help me,"
continued
on
to
the
hold
ground.
the man down before they retreat, and he walks away.
He shouldn't have.
They should have put him
The
in
man
a
in
car,
our footage is
but they
wearing a
can't.
similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
In that instance, after causing damage to an officer's car with a gun very clearly in view, he is aggressively approaching an officer for a third, fourth, fifth time. Keep in mind, these are only the two examples that we have on video, 11 days apart. How much you want to bet he was out there every day? Or almost every day. How much you want to bet that these officers knew him by name? How much you want to bet that these officers saw that gun, saw this guy escalating, know that that's the one who broke the taillight, that's the one who will attack your car. By the way, he's got a gun on him. He's always carrying a gun and he's very aggressive. Just keep an eye on him. How much you want to bet? Also, this is the problem with social media. Grok said that just a correction. It's not actually a crime. It's just a misdemeanor. It's a minor property damage charge. I was asking our lawyer here, kicking out the taillight of an officer's vehicle, isn't that different when it's actually in authority? Can we ask our lawyer, George? George?
George?
George?
There's probably 2 felonies in that video.
Okay, probably 2 felonies. So Grok is wrong. And I saw they were talking about this, Andrew Wilson and Joe Rogan, about the SIG P320, and if it, discharged. We need to distill this. We need to really kind of use I hate to use the term, but common sense here. Let me put a fine point on it. Let's just use the examples of martyrs from the left. Let's only use the examples of people who have had a march or a magazine cover. Just use them. Let's see if we can find a through line. act like you're a parent and you're trying to make an inference to give your children advice on how to stay alive and how to stay safe. Just those who had a March magazine. Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. Mm-hmm. Was he breaking the law when he was killed by George Zimmerman? Was he violently breaking the law? Okay. Mike Brown, hands up, don't shoot. Was he breaking the law? Was he violently breaking the law? Was he beating a cop, reach for his gun, and then charge him again after, by the way, committing a violent crime, stealing cigarillos before that? Yeah, okay. George Floyd. Was he breaking the law? Do we have 12 to 15 minutes of footage of officers accommodating him beforehand, putting him in a cop car, rolling down the windows, turning on the air conditioning until he asked to be put on the ground and violently resisted arrest? Okay. Renee Good. Was she breaking the law? Not was her steering wheel going left or right. Did she hit an officer with her car? And was she disregarding lawful orders to remove herself? Alex Pretti. Was he breaking the law? Was he in the middle of the street causing a clear and present danger? Was he with people who had been asked to stay on the sidewalk multiple times before they approached, again, aggressively, the cop blowing whistles in his face? And was Alex Pretti breaking the law violently for days beforehand? The one common thread here, it's not race, it's not class, it's not driving while black, it's not political persuasion. It is every single example of it. They were violently breaking the law in that moment, or breaking the law in a way that would reasonably bring someone to conclude to the idea of violating or violent escalation. That's it. So if you were to give advice to your children, would you say, don't be black around an officer? Hey, don't protest. Hey, don't have a political point of view. Don't be a Democrat. Or would you say, look, do not go out and break the law. And if an officer gives you instructions on how to avoid breaking the law, asks you to go on a sidewalk or asks you to stop impeding a current operation, follow said directions, you 100% will live. Guaranteed. You're a parent. It's your job to make responsible decisions and judgments. Every single one, just the ones with magazine covers and marches. Violent criminal. The gun could not be less relevant. The amount of magazines could not be less relevant. The melanin in their skin could not be less relevant. Democrat could not be less relevant. Every single one. If you were to put this in an IQ test and say, hey, do you notice a pattern? A 6-year-old could give you the answer. I feel bad for him? No, not at all. And I've told you that misplaced sympathy actually hurts more people. That man should have been in a cell. Still be alive. Every single person there should have been in a cell, including just the woman going, cuff him. It's not a violation of anyone's rights. Could you guys imagine a world where you kick a taillight out of an officer's car and you don't get your ass kicked?
No.
Anyone?
No.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen.
Even if I thought the officer was a prick, if I kicked out his taillight and I felt his, I'd be like, nah, this makes sense.
I would actually go into the situation assuming that they're going to be pricks.
Right.
Like if I kick out anyone's taillight, they're going to be angry. A federal law enforcement agent might have a good chance of being an asshole.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just as surely we can point to the other examples on the right, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Charlie Kirk, whether it's yours truly. Hey, was Donald Trump breaking the law? That rally in Butler? Was he breaking the law on his golf course where someone was attempting to take a shot? Was Charlie Kirk breaking the law, or did he have a permit? We are not the same. And I'm tired of acting as though there is a discussion to be had. Because now you skim, once you start discussing other facets, you get away from, no, don't violently break the law. That's it. We're done here. Now, even in light of all of this, by the way, tune in 11 a.m. Eastern, those of you watching clips, because we are live, 11 a.m. Eastern, every single day. We still do that. I know, it's kind of a blast from the past. People know everything is a clip and a clip and a clip. This is how those in the media have been describing him. Regardless, it could be you.
Federal agents gunned down yet another American in Minneapolis. Alex Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse at a VA hospital in Minneapolis.
A veteran ICU nurse at the VA.
An ICU nurse working with veterans who was unarmed.
In his right hand is his camera.
No head in that picture. He doesn't even know it's AI.
Oh, whoops. No gun, obvious. No effort to resist, obvious.
You saw testimonials from people who knew Alex Pretti, who could confirm that he was a literal choir boy and an ICU nurse.
He's too old to be a choir boy.
With dignity.
He was not threatening any of these agents.
Did Jews have choirs?
Multiple times in the back.
It does not surprise me that his final words were, "Are you okay?" Caring for people was at the core of who he was.
Yeah,
he
while
was
kicking out taillights.
incapable of causing harm. He spoke out for justice and peace whenever he could, not only out of obligation, but out of a belief that we are more connected than divided.
Seemed real connected to those federal officers that were going after a child trafficker.
What the heck is that?
These are scripts I wrote today for you to approve.
Those are all scripts?
Yeah, well, I mean, technically some of them are songs, but I got a lot of really cool stuff in here. Got some ABBA parodies in here. I know you love ABBA, big ABBA guy. Everyone always talks about you love ABBA.
And you wrote them all today?
That's what I said!
How in the world were you able to write all of those in...
Fast, Gerald, real fast!
Josh, how many cups of blackout coffee have you had today?
How many cups of coffee? This guy, can you believe that? How many cups? I don't know. How many cups of coffee? How many pieces of bear shit in the woods, Gerald?
I have no idea how I would even know that.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't know that, would you? I forgot.
No.
You wouldn't know that. You got no experience. I know that. You know why I know that? Because I've seen things, man. Oh, the things I've seen. My leg!
Josh, listen. No more blackout coffee today. You're done, okay? Tomorrow, coffee. Today, no more coffee.
One more.
No. Josh, 0 more cups of... Josh, get out of my office. No more cups of coffee. Go.
All right.
Go.
All right, whatever you say, boss.
Okay, fire Josh.
Go to blackoutcoffee.com/Crowder. Use the promo code Crowder for 20% off your first order and try the new exclusive Strange Animal Brew. Yes, I chose the beans. It is the blend that we drink here exclusively, and now I'm making it available to you. Tom Homan, his conference this morning, he made clear that he doesn't want to, nor is this administration, surrendering their mission on immigration. He's on the ground in Minneapolis, and that's what you want.
The President of the United States called me Monday morning and asked me to deploy here. Got here Monday evening, and I'm staying till the problem's gone. During the past administration, well, I'll remember, more than 10 million illegal aliens entered this nation. Many were national security threats, public safety threats. We can't remember over 2 million known gotaways. I've heard many people want to know why we're talking to people who they don't consider friends in administration. Bottom line is you can't fix problems if you don't have discussions. I didn't come to Minnesota for photo ops or headlines. You haven't seen me. I came here to seek solutions. Jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities are sanctuaries for criminals. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals.
Well said.
We will conduct targeted enforcement operations. Targeted. What we've done for decades. I want to be clear. I don't read a lot of social media. I don't read a lot of media. I don't believe half what I see. We are not surrendering the president's mission on immigration enforcement. Let's make that clear. Prioritization of criminal aliens doesn't mean that we forget about everybody else. That's just simply ridiculous.
No, and he's been remarkably consistent on that.
That needed to be said, though, for a lot of people right now to make them feel a little better about what the administration is doing.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm glad he said it.
And he hasn't changed his tune. I don't think he's changed his tune really since Barack Obama was president and gave him a medal.
Mm-hmm.
He also drew attention to, and I've been saying this, right, misplaced sympathy hurts people. And he actually laid out the case logistically. Why, if the local jails were to actually hand over their violent criminals, it would be better not only for ICE, but it would be better for the citizens of Minnesota. And it gives you some numbers, some numbers here. I think, this is the right clip, yeah.
I had a very good meeting with Attorney General Ellison, and he has clarified for me that county jails may notify ICE of the release dates of criminal public safety risks so ICE can take custody of them. One agent can arrest one bad guy in the safety and security of a jail where he's behind the wire, we know he don't have weapons, but when you normally release that public safety threat, illegal alien back in the community, we have a job to do. We're going to arrest him. So we're going to find him. And what happens is now we got to arrest somebody on his turf. We have access to who knows what weapons. Now we got to send the whole team out. Cover the back door, cover the front door, officer safety reasons. Then because of the hateful rhetoric and the attacks on ICE officers, now we got to send a security team behind the arrest team. So what could have been done with one person in a safety and security jail, now we got 15, 16 people out there doing it.
I have a question, though, and maybe your research can help me. He said that so Ellison, the Attorney General for the state, said that they can be notified of release dates.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean they can go in the jail and get them?
No.
Does that mean that the state is going to, let's say the release date is in 2032. Does that mean taxpayers in Minnesota have to pay to house and feed someone for 3, 4, 5, 10 years, whatever the sentences are, instead of just deporting now?
Yep.
Well, there's two things. He said he didn't say prison. He said jail. People usually don't go to jail for 2 years. Jail is somewhere that you go when you're waiting trial or just been arrested, what have you. So many people, I would say the majority of people get released from jail to the general public if you get a bail.
Yeah.
If you're out on bond. He also said may. So
yeah.
They may call.
Yeah.
Means I think what he said was
they're allowed.
AG said that they have permission.
Right.
But not forced.
But they're not obligated. I don't think they're obligated to.
No, what the AG needs to do is give complete and total permission to ICE to go to jails and prisons and retrieve them. Make the case to me as to why that's not standard practice. Tom Homan calls up, hey, we already got the Trinidad Agua guys, already got MS-13 with trafficking kids, we're going to come get them. Yes, sir. Why would any other sequence of events take place?
George Greek did give me some insights. He says they do seem to be coordinated handovers so that you are able to come pick that guy up at that time in the lobby of the facility.
Okay, good.
So at least that's a little bit better, but I'm still baffled. And Josh, maybe your point's correct, but let's say it's 6 months or a year or whatever time period you're there. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
He's giving them
immediately
permission to.
Yeah.
Which first off means it's a change of course. Second means they may not.
But I believe that he's talking about the county.
Yeah.
The municipalities still don't have to do that.
Make the case to me why it is anything other than standard practice. An illegal alien who's committed a crime, who is in custody. Here, let me simplify it for you. You open the gate and let ICE come get him. Open the gate, open the cell door.
But you call ICE. Yeah, immediately.
Any rationale as to why it's better to do it any other way? And here was Homan, of course, talking about, he knows a lot of these people out there on the ground because he was one of those people on the ground, discussing, the organization, the signal chats, what you've been seeing. Cam Higby has been doing great work on that too.
Well, first of all, about the organization and the funding of the attacks on ICE. I'm not going to answer a lot about that because I'm not going to show our hand, but they'll be held accountable. Justice is coming.
Good.
I believe him.
He's the adult in the room.
Yeah.
He mean what he say.
He mean what he say. And then, hey, Kesh Patel, Noam, and even President Trump, I hope you're listening to this next one. This is how he handled a question on the serial violent offender, Pretti, the shooting.
I'm not going to come out and make any comments I think is right, wrong. Do I have an opinion? Yeah. My personal opinion, but I'm not going to share that with you. I'm going to tell you to let the investigation play out and see where it goes. I have buried Border Patrol agents and I buried ICE agents throughout my career, and the saddest thing I ever done is hold a hand a folded flag to a wife or a child. I don't want to see anybody die, even the people we're looking for. I don't want to see anybody die. And despite what people think of Tom Homan, I say a prayer every night that everybody goes home safe.
And I believe him. And I'll say this, I guarantee he wouldn't be seeking the job, and I don't know if he has the experience for everything that falls under the purview, but that is the exact temperament and steadfast leadership you would want in a president. If you could take that and put in a body of a man who wants to and would have the experience to win an election, a national election, that's the temperament you want. Think of how rare that is. Someone in a position of leadership to say, you have a personal opinion, I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm going to wait until all the information comes in. That shouldn't be rare.
That's more professional than anybody on either side, by the way.
Yes, than either side.
President Trump, J.D. Vance, Kristi Noem, Jacob Fry, Tim Walz.
All of them.
Anna Navarro's fat ass.
What he didn't say was, I don't know why you're out there with a gun in a magazine. He didn't say that. What he didn't say was, there's out there to massacre people. He didn't say that. What he didn't say was, I think Pretti is the kind of guy you want to take home to your daughter. He didn't say any of those things. He said, yeah, I have an opinion.
He's a very by-the-book guy.
Mm-hmm. He can separate his opinions and what he needs to do.
Yeah, absolutely. He makes sure of it.
Yep.
They have different styles, but it's one of the reasons that we love Trump so much is he's seen it. He has seen how these countries have been taking advantage of the United States. He sees what happens when you unleash kind of the productivity of American citizens and try to unshackle them and make sure that you don't have to compete with people who are here illegal. He's seen all of that. Mm-hmm. Homan has seen what happens when you leave a border open. Mm-hmm. He's folded the flags and handed them to kids of dead officers and agents.
He's also had to retrieve
don't do it.
He's also had to retrieve dead children who got caught up in the coyotes' webs.
Yes, very
all of it. So he's like, hey, listen, you guys can have all the political games you want and have all the Fox News moments that you want. Can we just end this?
Yeah.
Because we can, and it's better for everybody. It's better for the person that doesn't get shot who's trying to flee and maybe has a gun on them and tries to shoot our agents for apprehending them. It's better for everybody.
Yeah.
He's got a very specific outlook.
Yeah.
On what he does.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a macro like.
Right.
Here's the one thing. It's not nuanced. No, he understands.
Well, the jumping off point is, of course, like his department exists because we need to deport illegal aliens. So he's not even debating that point. He's like, of course we got to deport illegal aliens. That's what we're supposed to do. That's
why we exist. That's why I've been doing this for 30 years, 40 years. He's been doing it.
Yeah. So then he can discuss the nuts and bolts as far as like, this is what's better for people. This is how it should be done.
He understands it in a way that nobody's talking about it.
Right.
Like, especially on the right, I would say. A lot of people, it's the law, it's the law, it's the law, it's the law, it's the law. We know. But he talks about it, it's the law, and also, this is how people are affected.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen how people are affected. People you didn't even think about were involved in this, are involved in this.
Yeah. And he's seen the positive effect he can have. That's the value. Yeah. That's the value in having experienced it for a very long time, by the way, for decades, at all different levels of these kinds of operations. And so he knows, yeah, sure, of course it's the law. Here's the way that we do it that is best for everybody. This is what we need to do.
Yeah.
And he goes out and he does it. Compare that to the screeching, the pure emotional response from the left, devoid of facts, or clout chasers on the right who have no idea how to address this issue.
I think that was a shot too, by the way, in one of the, I think maybe the first video, where he said, "I'm here. I'm not going to leave until the job's done. I'm not here for a photo op."
Yeah.
What did he say? Photo op and something else. I'm not here for a photo op and.
So you don't even see me.
Yeah.
He said, "You don't even see me."
That was a shot at Kristi Noem.
Yeah, I think that would probably be fair.
Absolutely. That was a small shot, or it was a little nod to everybody in the room, like, hey, it's not the same person.
Yeah,
you're not going to get a soundbite out of me. You're not going to get me to defend anybody before an investigation's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's there
different.
because he's been requested to be there. He would probably rather be doing his job.
I'm not sure how valuable his job is at the White House that he shouldn't be the DHS director.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. He's so good at what he's doing, but anytime you can have more Tom Homan, I'm here for it.
We should go out on his song today.
Yeah, we should. We'll go out on his song, the Homan song. We haven't run that in a while.
Homan.
Yep, and I hope we get him back on the same thing. When we reached out, by the way, we had communication with their people. Said he's very busy right now. I was like, yeah, of course.
He's in.
Yeah, he's in the trenches.
He's not going to come do this. I don't want to do a copper tone Photoshop. It's funny, but I got shit to do.
I like those guys. Tell them I said hi, but no.
I bet we can get gnome.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Japanese spider crab. Ain't that a thing?
Ain't that a thing?
That's cute.
There's no official border policy on the spider crabs.
Yeah, there's no official border policy.
Bring them in. You got to check the tariffs.
I got the point. You guys doing silly horse shit. I just deported violent gang members. So
yeah,
this is both sort of purpose.
He'd probably look at me like, "That's real. That's a 6-foot crab. Those things are real, man. They're big.
They're big. I've seen them out there, the size of a whole Japanese man."
I never heard the word Japanese man,
but I could picture him saying it that way.
I don't know, short Jap. I don't know. What do you guys want me to call you? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. After my father was over there in the Pacific, I'm not driving a Toyota.
That's right.
He seems very respectful too.
Yeah.
And that I don't know. He also feels like the kind of guy who has a Mexican wife and Mexican kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. He is what he is. He's a genuine guy, and that's in short supply these days. And so, of course, as he becomes more effective, expect him to be in the spotlight and expect them to try and take his name, meaning they'll try and hit him with some kind of scandal or hypocrisy.
Well, the $50,000 thing will come up again.
Yeah, of course.
Did that ever get settled? What was that about?
I don't know.
It's just a monkey flinging at a certain point.
I feel it seems like a very small number for him.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah,
I would assume that he gets paid
insulting.
quite a bit. I think what is it?
Yeah.
GS15 is like $200,000 a year or something like that.
I don't know what he gets.
I have no idea. I'm pulling things out of my ass.
It seems very far-fetched. So, oh, you're still here? And you're still watching this on YouTube? You've probably noticed something is missing by now. I'm not here. That's because the Live Daily Show is now streaming exclusively on Rumble weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Tune in there, where nothing is censored.